EastEnders' latest spoilers for next week. Character returns after 6 years and Freddie exit. Oh Honey Honey Mitchell makes heartbreaking discovery about Ben in EastEnders. Sonia discovers Reese wants a baby, just not with her. Theo's next victim confirmed as he's set to silence risky character. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please subscribe our channel and like these video. EastEnders spoilers for next week. Character returns after 6 years and Freddie exit. EastEnders spoilers reveal big moments ahead for some Walford residents, with one character taking some time away as another returns to the BBC soap. EastEnders will air a huge return next week on the BBC soap, while another past character reunites with her son. A character will make a brief exit from the show, while one Walford resident will find his devastating secret exposed. Freddie Slater reunites with his mother Little Mo after a shocking discovery about his parentage, with him needing answers. Elsewhere, Ben Mitchell's eating disorder comes to light as he continues to battle with his trauma. Meanwhile, a soap favorite is set to reunite with a past flame as they head back to Walford after 6 years away. Here are the biggest moments happening next week on EastEnders. Freddie reunites with Little Mo. Freddie Slater will reunite with his mother Little Mo next week, amid hints of a return for the latter character. Following a shocking discovery, Freddie will take some time out of Walford to see his mum. It's not yet known if Little Mo will be seen on screen, but spoilers suggest Freddie flees Walford to see her, while fans are hoping a return will happen at some point. Freddie wants to speak with his mum after learning the truth about his father's identity. He wants answers, after scenes this week saw him learning what happened between his mother and father. Ben's secret revealed. EastEnders will air emotional scenes next week, as Ben Mitchell opens up to his loved ones about his secret battle with his mental health. While some residents know that he has been struggling recently, they have no idea Ben is secretly battling an eating disorder. Viewers learned earlier this year that Ben was suffering from bulimia, while he still dealt with trauma after his rape ordeal last year. Still coming to terms with what happened to him, he experienced more heartache as his close friend Lola Pierce, the mother of his daughter Lexi, died after being diagnosed with a brain tumor. Proper cloth. The shirt company disrupting retail EastEnders fans rumbled Gina's death in sad twist ahead of Cindy Beale return by Tambula promoted links before Lola's death. Ben had been hiding his eating disorder and his true grief for Lola, as well as his trauma from his rape ordeal. Ben was attacked by bar worker Lewis last year, but Lewis got away with the crime, only for him to strike again elsewhere. Lewis was finally arrested and charged for another rape, and Ben was notified. The news sent Ben spiraling, as he was reminded of what happened to him months earlier. His trauma he has kept bottled up, and his secret eating disorder have left him struggling to cope in recent scenes, while not many characters have noticed what is really going on. Ben has found himself being called out by loved ones since Lola's death over his behavior, with them not seeing the full truth of the Mitchell struggles. Spoilers for next week now reveal that one resident grows concerned for Ben after noticing how he is around food, and later on a second concerned resident reaches out to him. Honey Mitchell, who 2 years ago struggled with bulimia, notices Ben's loss of appetite. She tries to get Ben to open up, fearing for his mental health, as she shares on her own experiences with bulimia. Ben lashes out at her though and orders her to leave. Alone, Ben breaks down in tears while the next day, Honey confides her fears in Ben's husband Callum Highway. Ben believes she has told him everything and once again lashes out at her, this time in front of his horrified family. The pair soon go for coffee though, and Ben admits what's going on as Honey begs him to let Callum in. Ben begins purging again, though after a difficult chat with his father Phil Mitchell. Callum arrives home early and catches Ben, but when Callum tries to talk to him, he once again lashes out. He storms out and is found by stepmother Kat Slater. Discovering why he's upset, Kat offers her perspective as a fellow survivor of rape and warns him he will destroy himself if he doesn't get help. Ben agrees to seek help for his trauma and attends a support group with Kat by his side. Later in the week, Ben and Kat go to the assessment, where he finally starts talking about his mental trauma. But will he open up to Callum and his family? Character returns. EastEnders airs the return of a fan favorite next week, after 6 years off-screen. A popular star of the BDC soap is reprising her role next week according to new spoilers. Yolanda Truman heads back to Albert Square with some news for her ex-husband Patrick Truman, leaving him stunned. Actress Angela Winter is reprising the role for the first time since 2017, when she made a surprise comeback. Before this, Yolandi had left Walford for good in 2008 and moved to Birmingham, where she has remained for the last 15 years. Yolande will now return in a surprise visit to Patrick. She reveals things have ended with her partner and she's been thrown out of the house. She asks Patrick if she can stay with him, but he rejects the idea. Kim Fox urges Patrick to fight for his ex, with him confessing just months ago that he wanted to win her back. Denise then begs Patrick to take the chance to tell Yolande how much he cares before she leaves forever. Oh Honey Mitchell makes heartbreaking discovery about Ben in EastEnders. The EastEnders favorite, played by Emma Barton, makes a shocking discovery about him next week. Times have been tough for the troublemaker played by Max Bowden. After being raped by Louis Butler, which almost led to the complete breakdown of his marriage, Ben has had to face the death of Lola Pierce, one of his dearest friends and the mother of his daughter Lexi. Lola made the most of the little time she had left to live when she was diagnosed with a brain tumor, but the pressure of raising Lexi and the resulting trauma from his rape left Ben in a serious predicament. Before long, he decided to take control of the only thing he could, his food and calorie intake. Coming up next week on BDC One, Ben is struggling with his feelings of inadequacy ahead of Jay Brown's, Jamie Borthwick, parental hearing. He becomes evasive when Billy Mitchell, Perry Fenwick, tries to organize a celebration in the Vic that night. Later on, Ben looks certain to miss the court date altogether as he takes his frustrations out on a gym bag at the boxing den until George Knight, Colin Salmon, intervenes. George advises Ben to be there for Lexi, no matter how he feels. How will he react? Jay is then relieved when Ben makes it after all, but later, at the Vic, Honey Mitchell, Emma Barton, picks up on troubled Ben's behavior around food. Honey went through her own eating disorder battle as a teenager and, later on, after her former partner Adam Bateman continually cheated on her. This was enough for her to clock on Ben's discomfort around food. She follows Ben home and tries to get him to open up to her, sharing her own experiences with bulimia. But unable to share his pain, Ben lashes out and orders Honey to leave. After she's gone, Ben breaks down, feeling horribly alone. In later scenes, Honey advises a worried Callum Highway, Tony Clay, to try to get Ben to open up to him, but refuses to break Ben's confidence. Unaware that she's keeping his secret, Ben sees them together and lashes out at Honey once again, only for Billy and Jay to step in. Lexi insists that Ben must apologize to Honey, and they later go for a coffee. Honey begs Ben to let Callum in, and it looks like Ben will do so until a difficult conversation with Phil Mitchell, Steve McFadden, provokes Ben into purging again. However, Callum arrives home early and catches Ben, but when he tries to talk to him, things go horribly wrong. But while Ben pushes everyone away, he gets unexpected support from Kat Slater, Jesse Wallace. Kat is shocked to find Ben in a terrible state as he punches a bag at the boxing den again. She soon discovers why he's so upset and offers her perspective as a fellow survivor of rape. EastEnders spoilers. Sonia discovers Reese wants a baby, just not with her. Sonia Fowler, Natalie Cassidy, in EastEnders, recently faced the prospect of being a mom again when she realized her period was late. The discovery came a few months after Soumya learned that her partner, Reese Johnny Freeman, is still married to a lady called Debbie, who is receiving care in a hospice after suffering a stroke. Though at first Soumya insisted that this didn't change the fact that she wanted them to break up, she soon relented when Reese revealed that he truly loved her, though she made him promise that there would be no more secrets. Sonia and Reese first met during Dot Cotton's June Brown funeral. Reese is a distant relative of Dot's and made his way to Walford shortly after saying his goodbyes. There's a real spark immediately between Reese and Sonia. The show's boss, Chris Crenshaw, told us of Reese's introduction, while Natalie Cassidy said that Reese was a shining beacon of light in Sonia's life. Coming up, the thought of a pregnancy is swimming around in Sonia's mind, but she's also busy questioning why Reese is being off with her. As Reese wonders whether Sonia cheated on him, she remains worried that she could be pregnant already. Supported by Whitney, Shona McGarty, Sonia ends up taking the pregnancy test, but she catches Reese trying to hack into his girlfriend's phone. After a furious confrontation, Sonia concludes that Reese wants children, he just doesn't want them with her. During the week, a guilty Reese attempts to win Sonia over, but it's clear he needs to be completely honest if they're going to rebuild their relationship. But will it work? And is there another reason why Reese doesn't want to be a dad to her child? EastEnders Theo's next victim confirmed as he's set to silence risky character. Exclusive. EastEnders fans know Theo Hawthorne is Stacey Slater's secret stalker, and now artificial intelligence has worked out which Walford residents are just as vulnerable. EastEnders stalker Theo Hawthorne has been upping the ante on his obsession with Stacey Slater, but apparently the bad guy could be eyeing up some other Walford residents too, according to artificial intelligence. Viewers have been gripped these past few months watching Theo, William Ellis, grow more and more obsessed with Stacey. Theo started out by anonymously paying Stacey, Lacey Turner, for private online sessions on her SecreCam website. The show alum took to selling racy snaps of herself online when she found herself struggling to pay the bills amid the cost of living crisis. Stace has since ditched the site, but has continued to offer private video calls to an anonymous client, totally unaware it is actually Theo. Last week, her stalker nightmare intensified after she received a message with details about her private life, as well as flowers delivered straight to her door, and realized the stalker could be somebody she knows. Stacey even found herself in danger when she unknowingly locked herself in her home with Theo, thinking the stalker was outside. And now, Daily Star has quizzed one of the world's most popular artificially intelligent creative tools, Bard AI, to see which other characters Theo could target next. When asked who Theo could target next, the program speculated, "It is clear that Theo is dangerous and will not hesitate to hurt anyone who gets in his way. There are a few characters who could be potential victims. At the top of the list is Eve, who recently found out about Stacey's stalker ordeal after she confided to her about it. Eve insisted that Stacey should go to the police, but she refused, and despite Stacey's concerns, Eve quizzed an oblivious Jack Branning, Scott Malson, discreetly about it, and Theo heard every word. The AI system pointed out, Theo is already obsessed with Stacey, and he may become jealous of Eve's close relationship with her. He could also see Eve as a threat to his plans for Stacey." The AI program added, "He knows that Eve is close to Stacey and that she could expose him, so he is going to try to silence her." With Eve only set to get more suspicious and worried about her pal, it could potentially make her a target for Theo. Following closely behind is Lily, Stacey's daughter, who was tutored by Theo in an attempt for him to worm his way into Stacey's life even more. The AI program explained, "Lily is already suspicious of Theo. He could try to stalk Lily in order to get to Stacy. Up next is Stacy's ex Martin Fowler, James Bye, who already is not a fan of Theo and questioned his motives in helping Lily, eventually confronting the teacher. But now Bardahai reckons Martin's curiosity will get the better of him as Theo may even try to physically harm Martin. The program explained. Martin is aware of Theo's behavior and has tried to warn Stacy about him, but she has chosen to ignore his warnings. This has only made Theo more determined to get rid of Martin so that he can have Stacy all to himself. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.